Today, Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. Today's rant expert on nothing is brought to you by Jimmy Butler and the NBA. And obviously yesterday on January 28th, I spoke about another Miami superstar athlete who complained about the team he's on, and that was Tyreek Hill. And today is going to be about Jimmy Butler. And I'll say this about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, from the standpoint, I guess it's a part of the like who he is, because he has this attitude of never giving up. So if you have the attitude of never giving up, then I guess that's where it comes from, of stubbornness. That I don't know why I'm a bench player. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was the late 20s in the first round of the draft, even though there are only two rounds in the NBA, from the Chicago Bulls. And then he built himself up to be a starter, a great defensive player, to the best player on the Bulls, an all-star, to a very good player. But then then he became, let's be honest, a hard player to coach and a hard player to control. And he was hard to control in Chicago. He was hard to control in Minnesota. And he was hard to control in Philly, even though he was there half a year. And now he's hard to control in Miami. And the thing is, with him is, this is the problem. This is why the NBA is an issue. Because these guys are so entitled. But I'll give him credit in Minnesota because he did play. But and Philly, he did play. But in Miami, he's being a baby. He's really being a baby. Like, you understood when you signed with the Miami Heat. And he did it well because he made the finals twice, but as an 8th seed. But at the end of the day, he made the finals. Like it or not, that's the way it works. I mean, he did it twice. Jimmy Butler is complaining about how tough, how bossy Pat Riley is. Well, you signed with Pat Riley. You knew good and well that Pat Riley was there. And by the way, when you came there, you said, I wanted to be a tough work ethic, a tough team, and I want guys to be hard on me. Well, they are hard on you. Enjoy it. How good are you doing? And then he says, I need dogs. He brought you teams that made the finals with Bam Adebayo. You did not make it by yourself, but the way he talks is like making it by yourself. And I'm just gonna say this. I know Tobias Harris is not even close to him. Not even close. And by the way, I hate to say this, and everybody goes about, well, hindsight 2020, he was right about Minnesota. He was right about Ben Simmons. Well, I'll tell you this. They picked Tobias Harris over you because of you. And I'm not going to sit here and say that. I'm going to sit here and say nobody's wrong. Because while you're much better than Tobias Harris ever was, Tobias Harris wasn't this guy who complained about every little thing, as we know. He just went out and played ball, and he wasn't as good. That's simple, straight up. He wasn't as good. But okay, so you might be worth the risk for 2 or 3 years, but you know what? You come there and you be a baby. And what I don't understand is this, is that you're not behaving very well, and a team is suspending you, and then you come back with your Phoenix Suns colors sneakers. What kind of baby is that? Whatever team you're on, play and try to win. Because everybody says this, when you play at the park, that's what team you're on. You're in a 3-on-3. You don't even know these guys at the park when you're playing 3-on-3 sometimes, and you're just trying to win the game. Who cares? Like, this is the pride in the game. But no one has pride anymore because everybody is a little lovey-dovey. But not only that, you're getting paid and you're saying you don't like to work. You don't like to go to work every day, which, by the way, I think 9 out of 10 people in the world don't like it. They don't like to work. And what I mean by that is, when they don't like to work, is the fact that what I'm saying is they have to work, or else they don't get paid. You're getting paid 50 plus million. I apologize if it's not 50, 48 or 45. Who cares? You signed a contract for $40 plus million to play basketball. All these guys do this. They sign these contracts and then they cry about what team they're on, and then they show up to training camp. They show up in fat suits like James Harden a couple years ago, and suddenly he loses weight 3 days later. He must have ran 10 miles for 3 days straight, because he did. It's impossible to lose that much weight unless he had a fat suit. I'm not a biologist. I am not a scientist, but you know what? I can tell what a dog is. I can tell what a rat is. I can tell when I see a bug outside that it's an insect, and then I can tell it's a mosquito flying, that, oh yeah, these bites hurt. They do hurt. So I could tell James Harden, I'm not a genius, but I could tell that was a fat suit. And I could tell all these players just crying about what team they're on all the time and complaining about, whoa, don't expect us to win. No, you're on the team. You signed for $50 million a year. Stop crying. And then he talks about, he's upset because Pat Riley said basically, like, you're not last year when he said that if I was playing, we would have beaten this team or that team. Well, you weren't playing. Who cares? Who cares? The New York Knicks are playing and you're not. Whether you like it or not, that they earned it, we didn't. And Pat Riley's of this old, and everybody says, oh, this old school mindset. What is Pat Riley? It ended up sour with LeBron. It ended up sour. All these guys, LeBron left in free agency. Like him or not, he left in free agency due to his decision. Dwayne Wade, the same thing with Chicago. He signed with them because it was his choice. Jimmy Butler, you re-signed once, I believe. I don't think he re-signed twice, but you signed with Miami knowing that this is the hard-working place. You work hard, you grind, and you said you wanted to grind. Well, you're grinding now. You're grinding. How's it working? Crybabies. All these guys are. These guys are great players. These guys are talented people. But you know what? This is why we lose you. Because you guys cry about what team you're on all the time, and you guys try to make an excuse not to play. And then when you're coming back, you got to come back little by little. You're coming off the bench. Yo, get paid $50 million to come off the bench. Hey, yo, who am I? I come off the bench. My name is this. My name is that. Well, guys complained in the past. I remember this. Allen Iverson, Detroit said, ooh, what is it? 4-time scoring champion off the bench. Well, guess what? He played. Like it or not, he played. This guy just doesn't want to play. This guy leaves practice. So they talk about his work ethic and grinding. Well, he doesn't want to grind with the guys ever. And this is what team you're on. You signed a contract. And everybody says, all these guys, tell them to get in your way. Dude, like, we don't get paid as much as you. And everybody says, it ain't about the money. So if it ain't about the money, then give me some. I don't care what you tell me. If it's not just about money, guys. Well, yeah, you know what? Then give me some. Retire or give me some of it. Because I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Because we don't have the money like you guys have ever. And probably will ever have. Unless God showers me with a bunch of money. Which he has in the past. But not like that. I just want to say this. This is why we lose you guys. You guys want to talk to guys privately about demanding a trade. Go, but play your games. Okay? Play the game. I believe Sacramento, I don't know if the De'Aaron Fox wants a trade, but you know what? He's playing right now. All these other guys that are like demanding trades, they played. I remember Carmelo Anthony didn't want to play for the Nuggets, but you know what? He played that year. And he played well till the All-Star break because he was actually a very good player that year until he got traded to the Knicks. But basically him saying that right now, he was at that time, right now I'm a Denver Nugget and I'm playing for the Nuggets. And that's it. That's it. He played well till he got traded because that was his job even then. And I'm not going to say like, people could say whatever, he didn't want to be a Nugget. Fine, but he was a Nugget at that time, so he had to play for them. And that's how it is. LeBron James, like it or not, he played the contract. He finished the contract. And all these guys like James Harden, like demanding a trade, showing a fat suit, like I'm not interested and whatnot, and I don't want to come to training camp. You got to come to training camp. It's your job, $40+ million. Even if you're getting paid $10 million, I don't care. It's $10 million. And I have to say this about Jimmy Butler, and I understand why Philly chose Tobias Harris over you. Like I said again, you're much better than Tobias Harris. You had a great career. No one's denying that, but this is just the NBA now. Ben Simmons deciding when to play, when not to play. You're getting paid $30 million. Just play off the bench. Just walk up the court and hand off the ball because that's what you do every play anyways. It's just ridiculous. It's like all these guys that didn't want to play for their teams a lot of times in the past, even Scottie Pippen back in 95, well, guess what? He wanted to come back. Suddenly when Michael came back, he wanted to come back. But Scottie Pippen, he was hurt, but Scottie Pippen, everyone's going to say about 98, but he came back and played. And when he was healthy, he played. And in 95, he played when he was healthy. He didn't want to be in Chicago. Everybody forgets that, like, old school players, but old school players played. They played for their team while they were on their team. They demanded trades, that's for sure. But you're on the team, you play. Even Carmelo Anthony, not crazy long ago, back in 2011, well, he played till he got traded. So I'm just going to say this about players all the time. This is why we lose you, because you're not interested in playing. You have a practice schedule, go to practice and just practice. I'm not asking you, we're not asking you to like to go to the facility in the summers. I know some fans are, but I'm not. Okay, have a great day. Subscribe and follow me in Rumble. And comment on my comment section, please. I would like to talk to all the supporters. Thank you.